What's up, YouTube? Today we are looking at another pair of, well, it's not a pair, it's a singular unit, knuckle dusters from East Coast Knuckles. These are some from back in the day. He said that he found in a box or something, I don't know. Imagine just having boxes of homemade weapons around your place. But yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do with them, right? They, you know, when I bought them, he told me like these aren't perfect. They're like, you know, we're doing them way better now. I don't know if he said better, but these are just different. So like if you like the casting, I don't know if it's called casting, the casting process where they, you know, you have like a blank and you put them in the sand. There's a whole thing. I can't even really describe it because I want this to be a shorter video. But there's probably tricks to the trade, right? And if you just start out, you're not going to know all the tricks. Much like, you know, these studs, they remind me a lot of the studs that Tactical Gear uses, the Tactical Owlman. And you can see there's little just imperfections of like right there. This is a little bit weird, kind of oblong. These aren't perfect, not perfectly symmetrical. But these are, I don't say symmetrical, but there's not a right and wrong side of it. As far as I'm concerned, you could use either if you were just to grab them. I would probably put them in my pocket, my back pocket, so when I reach back and grab them, I have them like this. Because I feel like these kind of, the way it is on, you know, so like this, it's kind of lending itself to shorter strikes. And although, you know, some people, you know, they want to load up the big strike. I feel like that's like the dusting aspect is like a controlled application of force, basically. We talk about applications of force a lot on this channel. I know no one else talks about it that way. It's because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, more or less. Because if you're not killing folks in a combat zone, then you are applying force underneath a sovereign. And in America, the sovereign has decided, kind of in this weird schizophrenic way, or maybe bipolar would be a better, but you know, like, we're going to make everything constitutional carry. You can carry knucks, you can carry slingshots, blackjacks, anything. You can carry anything and everything. But also you'll have cops like shake you down and hassle you and like give you a hard time because for whatever reason. I honestly think it's because some cops just didn't go to college and they were shitheads in high school who got picked on or something, whatever. You know, like they're just not smart. And what's funny is the best cops that I run into are like the older ones, like the old school ones that aren't going to like, they want you to tell them what happened. You tell them what happened. They go from there. They're not trying to break your balls. So yeah, I mean, those are the ones. So you would think that it would be like another way, like the new school cops are like more sensitive or something, but really they're just like, they don't know what's going on. They just don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on. So if you're applying force underneath a sovereign, they're going to roll, you have to go by their rules. So, I mean, that's where like the whole, I don't want to just bust somebody's head open like a cantaloupe. So I'm applying less force. Maybe I've got somebody in a headlock and I'm giving them a little metal knuckled nookie, so to speak. So yeah, the bottom line is and also I like this brace. This is supposed to be a spade. I actually have a spade tattooed on me, and unless like this, from what I've seen in tattoos, unless the spade is very sharp, clean, and almost exaggerated, but not in a, like, it's got to be subtle, obviously, because it's a spade. The spade that I have tattooed, but many others I've seen, they end up looking like this, where it just kind of looks a little bit mushy. It's not bad. I mean, this could be like a butt plug. It could also be like a mushroom, a multitude of things, right? The bottom line, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that this is a perfectly functional piece of gear that's gonna most likely outlast me unless I smelt it down for whatever reason, or like throw it into some sort of grinding, breaking machine, I'll be able to, I don't have kids, so nor do I think I will. But I could pass this on to like whoever. When I'm like 90 and I'm done, cracking heads. I'm just like an old man, and I gotta rely on other people to defend me, which has got to be a terrifying feeling. But yeah, besides like the little eccentricities of this piece, and from what I've also, judging it against other makers who currently are kind of making rougher stuff like this, this is like either on par or better. And granted, I'm not talking about like the super well done heavy hitter stuff where they're like $500 a piece. But it is one of those things where like this was $80. So it was funny. He was when I don't know what the guy behind ECK. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he lives. I don't know anything about the guy. But when he posted him on his Instagram, he was like, these are the same prices they were. Kind of insinuating, well, just because we make a lot prettier stuff now doesn't mean this is lost value. But I kind of took it as, and I knew what he meant, but it's also like, even though he's not adding on the inflation. And I know that's kind of a weird thing to bring up, but if you're a collector or you've been watching this channel for a while, inflation does come up because many things are stores of value, like Bitcoin or, for instance, slip joints, right? Like the GECs, everybody like just totally fiends for and goes absolutely apeshit banana bonkers about their stores of value. Usually the value goes up, but the problem is that if the value doesn't exceed inflation, then the value is actually decreasing. And so I was like $80, like, throwing my way. So I like these a lot. And I like these because they're kind of eccentric. They've got like just weird little things. If you look at how this stuff is cast, I'm going to try to, if casting is even the right word, I'm going to try to find a video of it and I'll share it on the channel. But you can totally see how something like this could happen. And I'm not even tripping about it. I don't even care. This will probably be a carry piece for me. Just because I do like these. And these fit pretty nice in hand. I just think they're neat. So yeah, just keep an eye out on, because on the makers' Instagrams, basically. The only reason I'm really on Instagram anymore is because there are so many, I don't want to call them arms dealers, simply because I feel like then the wrong person could hear that and like, tattletale. But people that are participating in the cottage industry of making either practical or heirloom quality pieces of self-defense. Let's put it that way. It's a weird way to put it because it got clunky, but so that's why I'm on Instagram. I mean, you should get on there too and just follow these guys, see what they're doing. Some of them, you're gonna like Heavy Barrel Design. I think that's the name of the dude stuff. Former Marine. I like his stuff, but his stuff just flies off the shelves. So if you're not following him on Instagram, you have no chance of getting a hold of anything. You're gonna have to follow it. Also, with East Coast Customs, he has such a diverse catalog. You probably want to keep an eye on it. Yeah. Also, these feel great. I realize there's still this internet Poindexter, argument that virgins and people that are total pacifists and have never, they've never felt anger, they've never fired a shot in anger, they've never raised a fist and struck someone back, or got fed up and said enough, and they put a stop to something. They think that you don't punch with these. These are very diverse tools. You're definitely punching with them. Also, I mean, the idea that you would not punch with brass knuckles, like, I don't know. It's just like internet brain rot. I got to bring it up though because it's like so prevalent. Also, people, the way where these are going to ride on the crest of your knuckles, either in this range or even maybe way back here, but I don't know. Most of them don't fit like that. It's kind of like your hand size. Everybody's hand size is unique, and then these are gonna like they're not like there's not a standard knuckle duster size, so the fit's gonna be very specific to you. So you're gonna have to figure out, does it feel good here? Am I gonna be one of the people that tries to convince people that you hold them like this? Like, yeah, bro. Or right, it is, but right under the crest of your knuckles, some of them really do feel really good. Sometimes it's like this. This one, I would feel totally confident punching somebody or something in Minecraft. I would feel confident. I usually rattle off like my credentials, so to speak, and I'll do it now. I'm a former Marine. I've trained with the Israeli Special Forces for a short period of time. It was just like a month. Nice guys. So I do feel for the state of Israel in these trying times, although I don't agree with what they do. I was a secondary black belt. I guess I still am because you don't lose it, but I used to compete nationally. I was very active in that. I remember it all, obviously, but I spend my time doing other things these days as I age, besides really training like the bridge of my nose depends on it. Let's put it that way. I bounced for years and years and years. I've applied force to a multitude of people in a multitude of ways. I have never been arrested for it. Recently somebody decided to road rage out, and I pulled over. They followed me. They got out and accosted me. I'm not gonna let somebody jack up my whip, so they got some mace, and the police weren't happy. But especially not happy when they found something like this on me. But these are legal. They found that out. I got to educate them. I was very kind. I was very polite. You should always be polite. You should be firm, fair, and friendly with the police, just like they're supposed to be with you. Because if that ever gets to a courtroom, they're just going to look unhinged. And also, if it does get to a courtroom, you can have your lawyer file some internal affairs complaints. And when they pull up this stuff and look at it, whoever looks is going to be like, yeah, these guys are unhinged, and this dude is being nice. And he's saying, hey, I have looked into this. I know the law, and this is good. So, yeah. Besides, are there more credentials that I have? I don't know. I mean, I'm fairly overeducated. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, combat total rack as a machine gunner in the Marine Corps. So yeah, that's what's up. And if you're getting crazy or sus advice from people, that would be a good time to be like, hey, like, what do you know? Where are you coming from? Like, what's up? And if they're able to spit some credentials, yeah, good to go. All of my credentials, I can provide tons of photo evidence. I've got it all on a big terabyte hard drive. I need to move it over to Google Photos, but I'm just saying that with those type of things, because I know that there's certain fighting systems that exist only on Instagram, and really they urge people to apply deadly force without any type of provocation that would warrant that response. They can't provide photos because I've asked. So yeah, that's what's up. If somebody's got a crazy fishing story and they ain't got no pictures, that fish may not exist. But if you really know that person, there's all these caveats. But I'm just saying that it shouldn't be like pulling teeth. If you're really seriously under some sort of enforceable NDA because you fought in the banana wars and you really can't talk about it, on the internet at least. Okay, I get it. Because I had a teacher in college, a writing instructor that he I don't know if he was a Green Beret. Yeah, he was a Green Beret. And he had all these crazy stories he would tell them in class, but he could not. He posted a photo and the DOD hit him up. Somebody posted on Facebook because they were in a place where we've never officially been. That is something where, okay, but you can still peer to peer share photos. The idea that anybody is so embedded in the former CIA community where all these spooks hang out and we pretend that we're not terrible people for getting people murdered for no reason and propagating these endless wars all across the globe. You know why that sounds like just like an insane bullshit lie? Because it probably is. So yeah, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye now.